Let me mention that read off these things. Thinking skills, communication skills, interpersonal cross-cultural skills, positive sound thinking, ethics, aesthetics. Those are some of the most important. In fact, I would say they are the most important. Aesthetics maybe a little bit less, but the other one's extremely important. What is positive sum thinking? Zero sum is the opposite of positive sum. Zero sum means you have one pie. Now, if Keem and I are two greedy people, and we each want some of that pie, Keem will try to get most of the pie, and I'm going to try to fight for most of the pie. Now, what's going to happen in the end? Anybody have any idea?
Fall on the floor.
Pardon?
Fall on the floor.
Very good, Pat. Yes. We're probably going to destroy, we are going to destroy the pie. We're going to put our hands in it. It's going to get all messed up. It could drop. At best, I'm going to get one part and Keem is going to get the other part. However, you know, there's a way that you can make that one pie into a larger pie. What can we do together better than wasting our energy to fight over getting a big piece? That fighting, just like war, everybody loses. Well, to give you a good example, let's take World War II. Germany and Italy and Japan were on one side, and France and Britain, Poland at first, America were on the other side. Now, who won the war?
Nobody.
Nobody. Everybody lost hundreds of thousands of people, even millions. Their countries were destroyed, except America was not destroyed except for Pearl Harbor, which was a big loss. And many soldiers, many civilians, even in the US, that fared the best of anybody. But the so-called winners and the losers lost. If we had instead put those billions or trillions of dollars into something constructive, imagine where the world would be now if we could have avoided World War II and the tens of millions of people that died. So that is the difference between zero-sum World War II and positive sum. Okay, so anyway, that is one of the most important skills, to think positive sum, not zero sum. Okay, so when you do a lesson plan, please keep those things in mind.
Group discussion, that's Socratic dialogue,
Right?
reading, writing, researching, in parentheses, ITT,
That's group.
searching, dance.
Toddler twos.
Okay, infant toddler two, searching, dance, cooperative games, gardening, building, good Samaritan, happy, activities, community involvement, etc. Continue. Eliminate violence. I win, you
Okay,
lose.
hold on. Let me explain what eliminate means. That means don't do the things that Janet is going to read now. Don't do these things. Okay?
Eliminate violence, don't do. I win, you lose. Violent. I win, you lose. Force. Endless cutting of paper and drawing with no art instruction. Mindless computer games, etc.
Any teacher, if you catch them in an honest moment and they're being in the teacher mode with a teacher hat on, they will tell you that we don't want to promote an activity where 50% of the students are going to lose and feel bad. What kind of activity is that, where 50% lose? Sports, yeah, that's correct. And especially if you're a male, and especially if you are a Southeast Asian immigrant who is short, most likely on average, frail, and has never had a father throwing a basketball, football, or baseball to them from the time they were an infant. They've never seen it on TV. They don't know the rules of the game. Now you throw them onto the playing field and it's not a level playing field. So immigrants have enough problems already. It's very difficult. You have a whole barrage of things to cope with. So let's not dump one more thing on the kids to make it harder for them. And instead, what we want to do is give them activities in which they can and are encouraged to talk with one another, to get close enough to one another so they can become friends. You don't have a distance between the person in left field and the pitcher. You want to bring kids close together. As in dancing, for instance. Just think of the difference between dancing and football. Dancing is a cooperative game, or activity rather, in which you're trying to produce something which is what, Emily? What kind of thing do you make when you're dancing? Art, something beautiful, something wonderful. When you're playing sports, what's the goal? What are you trying to do?
Win.
Win, and the other side of the sword of win is lose. Make somebody else feel bad. Defeat someone. You listen to the cheerleaders, crush the other team, kill the other team. This is not what we do at Southeast Asia Center. So let's think positive sum. And in life, if you do positive sum thinking, you can get a lot farther than zero sum thinking. Does everybody understand the difference now between positive sum and zero sum?